Hi, how we doing, folks? Your boy Marcos over here. Game number 31 of the year that we knocked down. Ice cold, beat it over here. You can see a little theme here with a lot of Mega Man coming up over here on the channel, man, because I picked up that Mega Man collection. And this is the end of the game right here. It says Dr. Wily. Now, I believe you're supposed to use Crash Man for that thing right there. As you can see, I'm out of all my stuff over here. This is the end of the game. Used all my Metal Mans right there, and then it's back to the pea shooter, man. And this is the final boss, final stage kind of area over here with Dr. Wily. And I really had to put in that work, man, to beat him, because I didn't have nothing, man. You got through all the other bosses, like all the other challenges, and I use so much Metal Man that I didn't have no much Metal Man. And if anyone who's played Mega Man 2 knows that, like, Metal Man is kind of the guy to go to. And to tell you the truth, you know, Metal Man is OP. Fine, sure, fair enough. Take that for what it is. But it's kind of fun to have Metal Man in this game, man, because you're able to do so many things that you're just not able to do with other circumstances over here. So in that case, you beat Dr. Wily over there, and I think he's controlling like an alien over here, and you got to get through this. And this acid, you better not let this thing touch you, because it takes away like half your health, B. Mega Man 2 is leaps and bounds better than Mega Man 1. I gave it a 10 out of 10, honestly. I couldn't find a single thing that was wrong with this game. Soundtrack's amazing. Bosses are amazing. Stages are amazing. The color, it just pops. And I mean, obviously, it's a lot better looking on the Xbox One. But picture it like in your 8-bit form. And I mean, I couldn't even imagine when I was a kid if someone had given me this, how great it would have been. Like, it's crazy to think how much was packed into this game and how fun it was, man. And the story is whatever, you know. The stories are lukewarm, but to me it builds off of what the original Mega Man does. I think it's a little bit easier than the original Mega Man in some regards, in the sense that they just give you more health in this game. Like, there's more health that comes along your way, whereas in Mega Man 1 I kind of felt like I would go extended periods of time without seeing any health, and I'm like, hey yo, B, like, I will really appreciate like living or something like that. And 2 still has the challenges that 1 has. It's not like in that regard it's easier. You know, the platform is still difficult, the boss fights is still difficult, but you just get a little more health than you normally do. And you know, the Xbox One collection kind of makes it even a little bit easier in the sense that you could save wherever you want, you could load wherever you want. I definitely take advantage of those situations, whereas, you know, if you were playing the 8-bit form, and you could play it in the 8-bit form, like, there's no one stopping you from doing that. Just from my time constraints in my life, it makes it a lot easier. You kind of it's kind of what I call a Super Meat Boy effect on life, you know, where everything is kind of quick, past. Oh, you died? Don't worry, you just come right back in. Don't worry, you keep going over there. And the stage is hard enough that you got to get through it. So they kind of did that with Mega Man, and you know, those 8-bit games in general all used to be kind of in that sense where you have to replay it and get better over here. And this is kind of the remix stages over here at the end. And I gotta talk a little bit about the challenges here, and I don't want to dive too far away from it, but there's also these challenges you unlock after you beat the game, and then you unlock more challenges, you beat more challenges and whatnot. And some of them are simple, like we just take stages, and that's why I like showing you this. You just take stages from Mega Man 2 and kind of try to speed run them through and see what you could do, and then there's 2 levels. You get bronze, silver, or gold, depending on how you do. Very cool, very great. I like playing the remix stages of the game that I beat after I beat it, just because I'm fresh with those controls and whatnot. Sometimes you can't do that, unfortunately, because there's just like a whole lot of stuff over here, and you get to use power-ups where you didn't have power-ups, so you get to kind of do things differently than you did them throughout the game, you know? Like, I may not have unlocked 2 by the point I got into the stage, but now I'm able to use it and whatnot. So it gives a lot more life to the game than it would have had without it. I'm a big fan of these little remix stages, and I hope that in other collections that come out like this, you know, let's say, probably will never happen, but let's say they come out with like a Capcom comes out with a Konami comes out with a Castlevania collection, right? It'd be really cool to do some short little boss run kind of stuff like they do in some of the DS games. They do that kind of stuff. So be interested to see where that goes. We'll go back to Mega Man 2. I mean, everything's upgraded. The colors just pop, man. Like, everything just pops, and there's solid figures and whatnot. And over there, I think I say, I don't know. I think I hit sometimes like the wrong menu button. I always get like lost. And, yep. There that goes. Wasn't expecting that one, huh? Also, Mega Man might be the only game where you jump high in water. Like, normally in water, you're like really impeded by your movements, but in Mega Man, you go high. God bless. Don't know the logic about that, man. The interesting comparison I'm going to make is, you know, either next week or a couple weeks from now, I'm going to put up the Mega Man 3 episode. And, you know, there's a big rivalry as to which better, Mega Man 2 or Mega Man 3. I'll probably divulge that in that episode, so you're going to have to stick along with it. But let me give you this, man. Mega Man 2 is legit, man. Now, I had the soundtrack. This is the first time I ever played through the game, literally like a couple weeks ago. Just because I wasn't able to get myself a hand on the NES cartridge. Not because I don't want to, but just because I wasn't able to get that opportunity to play it. And then I never bought one of those like Mega Man collection kind of thing for like PS2 and the GameCube. I never bought one of those, and I never bought the X collection either. You know, definitely considering it with my experience with this collection to get the X collection as well. Maybe run through that, because X3 is impossible to find, B. I mean, well, it's not impossible to find. X3 is expensive, man. X3 is an expensive game. And I don't know if I could warrant dropping a couple $100 on a game like that. And check this out, man. This is something I love doing in Mega Man, man. Just something you see in Mega Man X and I think Spark Manjo stage, where like the stage goes dark. Really cool to see the roots of that, man, where all of a sudden everything's dark and they take it to a whole nother level in Mega Man 3 as well. I'm playing through that right now. But Mega Man 2, man, if you haven't given yourself an opportunity, to me, honestly, it's right after Super Mario Bros. 3, the best NES game that I've played. It's kind of strange to say that because I played it on an Xbox One, but that just happens to be the platform that I had it on at the time. It just does everything right, man. It takes, you know, Mega Man 2, Mega Man 1 had, you know, the 6 bosses, or I think it was 6, 4, 6, I think it was 6. This one gives you the 8, which then later on become kind of the staple and kind of the, you know, just the good middle ground as this stage. You end up fighting all the bosses at the end. The boss run stage where you saw me at the beginning of this game. Dr. Wily is here. Everything is banging in Mega Man 2, which is a 10 out of 10.